Welcome back, everybody, to the Ball and Blitz podcast, joined as always by Jaden Seeger. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good now. A couple days removed from
I'm doing good
what
now.
we're about to jump
Couple
into
Yep.
here in a second.
removed
Got a
from
chance
doing
to
what we're about to
got a
jump
chance
into here
to,
in a second.
let it
So,
air
feel a
out,
little bit better.
think on
Cope a little
everything.
bit. Oh yeah.
So,
Cope a little
in
bit.
today's episode, we're
Yeah.
going to be discussing the 6 games that were played on Wild Card Weekend. Really an awesome Wild Card Weekend, honestly. I cannot remember a Wild Card Weekend being, it was every game basically outside of Pittsburgh Houston was just
Even
phenomenal.
Pittsburgh Houston was boring as hell, but it was close.
Pittsburgh Houston was boring
three
as hell, but
quarters.
And
was
it,
close
and it,
for,
it wasn't like,
three
it
quarters.
kind of was
That
two
fourth
bad
quarter.
offenses, but I felt, at least on the Houston side, watching that defense play, dude, that's just a fucking unit, man.
Yeah,
They're a guy, they're a train,
yeah,
dude.
It's like they watching their defense play. It's like the fact that they didn't
Watching
win
their defense
15 games this year.
the
is
fact
just
that they didn't win
a testament
15
to how
games this year is just a
testament.
a
That
testament
offense can
to
be
how
Yeah.
absolutely
'Cause
atrocious. That offense can be. This is one of the
Because-
best defenses I've ever watched.
Oh, dude, it's Legion
is
of
one of
Boom
the best
level.
defenses
It's
I've
no
ever
fly
watched.
zone level. Like, it's up there.
We're entering like them and the Broncos. Both
We're-
of them, both
we're
are great
entering-
defenses.
Mhm.
both
like
these
them and the
defenses
Broncos
are
both
entering
both
talks
great
of like
defenses.
2000
defenses
Ravens
are
good. Like,
entering
this is
Yeah.
talks of
something.
like
They're
some
incredible.
2000
They're
Ravens
incredible.
good. Like,
I mean,
this
and
is
it's
something
for
else.
Houston. I even feel like with Denver, there are little like points you can point to. Like, all right, they're not very good at nickel corner. You look at Houston, it's like, what is their weakness defensively? Like, they're too deep at every single position on the
Yeah, and
defense.
the one weakness you thought you might have at the beginning of the year was
the one weakness you thought you might have at the beginning of the year was,
and you have like
if they
their
play like a
safeties
cover
weren't
two
playing
shell,
great at the
and you
beginning
have,
of the
like,
season.
Mhm.
Their
But
safeties
right now,
weren't playing great.
safeties are playing as good as
anybody right now.
Yeah,
They
right.
have-
Kalen
safeties
Bullock
are
has
playing as good as
really
anybody
come
right now.
on.
They have-
Yeah,
And
really
then
good player.
Blanket on the name,
Mhm.
the sixth
And
round
then
rookie that they
I'm
have. He got
blanking
banged
on
up
the
in
name,
the
game against
sixth round
Pittsburgh,
rookie that they
but
have.
he's
He got
actually a
banged
really
up
good
in
player.
game against
Don't know why I'm
Pittsburgh.
blanking on
Yeah,
that.
I'm
He's
not
actually a really
exactly
good
sure,
player.
but like
Don't know why I'm blanking.
Petrie
on the name right now,
and Petrie's he's a safety per se, but he kind of moves all. He's like Kyle Hamilton. He moves everywhere throughout the field. Petrie and Bullock and Stingley and Lassiter. And then you got the front seven. Just
but
it's insane, insane.
if you score
If you
17 points, you should win every game. If
Yeah.
you score 17 points, you have a chance to win every game. If you
Mhm.
score
Hell, if you
13
put up
points,
a
you have a
touchdown and a
chance to
field
win
goal
every
every
game. There's a
Hell, if
world
you put up
win.
a touchdown and a field
Like
goal
the
every
rest of
game,
every
there's a
game
world
versus
you
the
win.
season.
And
That good.
I feel like
Every
since we're
game
talking about this,
it's
do you
that
just
good.
want to start with Pittsburgh Houston then,
Yeah,
since
that's
that was the most
fine.
recent game? Okay, so my overarching thoughts on this, and obviously it's, Mike Tomlin steps down, no head coach, gonna be a complete gut of that team. I expect this roster to look completely different from next year because they're gonna get a new head coach. That head coach is going to bring in his guys, completely new scheme, revamp everything. I don't know who they're gonna hire. Pittsburgh is one of those teams where they obviously have had the same head coach for so long, so it's hard to tell what direction they'd go in. It's kind of the same thing with Baltimore. Like, I don't know. I could see them going offensive mind guy, but I could also see them going CEO head coach. Like, I don't know. They could go any different direction. Pittsburgh,
Familiar with, yeah.
they have guys on defense. They have legitimate building blocks on defense, pretty much at every level. I don't want to say they're a deep defense, but you have Joey Porter Jr., really good corner. He came on really strong to end the year.
Great year.
Yeah, pass rush is really good. Peyton Wilson's having a great year. You have Nick Herb, like, good defense. There are building blocks there. You're not far away on the defense.
No, you got
I do think you can.
Benton as well. No, you got,
Right, exactly. And you could get better in the back end, sure, but like a decent free agency class, a decent draft, you'll be fine defensively. Their offense is just a putrid watch, man. Like it's it's not like they don't have players on the offense. They do. Jalen Warren's a good running back. Kenneth Gainwell's a good running back. DK Metcalf is a good player. Freiermuth, decent tight end. Washington, decent tight end. It was really present to me watching that game. Their offensive line, and I get it. We just spent a couple minutes talking about the Texans' defensive line, their front seven, their pass rush. I believe Film Watchers made a video today about it, talking about what Houston did specifically to get after Pittsburgh, overloading, I guess it would be the right side of the offensive line, just to create a one-on-one with Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter. Pittsburgh's offensive line just couldn't hold up. And I mean, that's not like a shocker, but it was to the point where these guys are unplayable. Troy Fautanu was unplayable in that game. He was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers obviously can't move. I mean, he's 42. Aaron Rodgers obviously can't move, especially like he used to be able to move. 43 years old, but he is, especially like he used to be able to move. But he is arguably the smartest quarterback in the history. Arguably the smartest quarterback. I mean, I don't even think you can argue there's more than one or two. I don't even think you can argue there's to ever play the game more than one or two smart. Even he couldn't play the game and like get his guys. Even he couldn't to like make it like get his guys into a position to like make it like possible to do anything offensively. They sprang like a couple of like 15-yard runs, but other than that, it was like a couple of like anytime he dropped back to pass, but other than that, it was like anytime he dropped back to pass, there was a guy in the four. It didn't matter. It did not matter. It didn't matter if they rushed 4. It didn't matter if they rushed 5. And then their corners were just locking everything up. And then when they did get something open, were just locking everything up. And then when they dropped it,
yeah, he had. I think it was 2 drop. It might have been more. Yeah, he had 2 big ones. I know the 2 big ones that stand out. And like, I would like to give leniency to people, but like, dude, you just can't drop those passes. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is not the type to. There were people on Twitter that were. That was not an Aaron Rodgers fault game. Absolutely not under any circumstance. I thought he actually played way better than his stat line showed. I think it was.
I think he played a really solid. I mean, I think you're not expecting Rodgers a really solid score with this offense. You're not expecting Rodgers right now. You're just hoping he can this offense at this age methodically. Right now, you're just hoping 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards down the field, 5 yards, 6 yards, maybe punching a touchdown down the field. Hope you win a couple field goals, maybe punching a touchdown. That's what you're hoping to get out of Rodgers at that point. 20-17, and that's what you're hoping what he had to do at that point. 3 quarters, and then it kind of spiraled at the end. 3 DK was dropping passes at the end, but I mean, DK was dropping passes, and it didn't work out. The offensive line couldn't win about what it should have worked out.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be as big. I mean, 30-6 is. It's just not what I expect. I expected it to be more like 17-6, maybe 17-9. Something like that.
Would have been without
two defensive touchdowns. I mean, you know, you can never predict that. So, and this just takes me back to like. I know he's a free agent this year, and I know the offensive line is bad anyways, but the George Pickens trade, man, I just, why? Why, man? I understand, like, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing in Dallas and Pittsburgh. I get that. But why? You're trotting out Adam Thielen, who just retired today, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who could retire literally any minute. Who else are they trotting out at wide receiver? Calvin Austin, Ben Skoranek. Like, I'm not saying he fixes every issue on that offense, but I'm saying he's hiding a lot of it. He's hiding a lot of it.
I mean, at this point, Rodgers is kind of just. I mean, at this point, he's not going to thread stuff over the middle like he used to be able to. He's not going to thread stuff over the middle like he used to be able to. He's not going to on a rope put 15 yards downfield passes on a rope. He can put the ball wherever the hell he wants. 40 yards downfield. He can do. And if he can put the ball wherever the hell he wants, 40 yards on either side, and then if you have DK Metcalf mix it up in the slot on either side, and then you MBS mix it up in the slot with Calvin Austin, your tight ends. That's an offense that can work because you can just your tight ends. You can rust. That's an offense that can work because you can just moonball your way. You can rust and do a moonball your way. Aaron Rodgers moonball your way into a productive passing offense. You at least have a chance. With what they have. My whole thing is if you're gonna with what they pay DK. My whole thing is if you're gonna trade for him, pay and then pay DK Metcalf. Why not trade for him? Pay George Pickens and then you can't even use why not just pay George Pickens? Because you can't even use the George Pickens is a diva. George Pickens argument. So is DK. George Pickens is a diva. 3 or 4 years older. So is DK. And I mean, we saw it 3 or 4 years older. George Pickens is a better football player. I mean, we saw it this year. George, I can't imagine what it's going to look like next year and the year after. And so I can't imagine what it's going to look like next year and the year after. 32 years old, and by the time the contract's up, DK is going to be 32 years old.
Something like that. What is he right now?
28. He's going to be better next year. He's going to be better for the rest of DK Metcalf's. He's going to be better next year. He's going to be better for the rest of DK Metcalf's money that you paid DK. And they're both the same. So there's money that you paid. There's just no point in trading for DK. So there's no point. There's just no point in trading for DK afterwards. I just planning on
and like look, it won't look as bad. Like if he just walks out of Dallas, which I don't expect that to happen, but it is Jerry Jones running the show. But like if he walked out of Dallas, I guess it wouldn't look as bad because it's like, okay, well, you got assets from a guy who's now going to be on his third team in 2 years. So there's that. But once again, we're sitting here after another barely above 500 season in which you lost in the wild card round. I'm not saying you beat Houston with George Pickens, but it's not 30-6. You know, and who knows? Maybe you're not even playing Houston in the wild card round if you kept George Pickens.
You won a couple games.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
Maybe
at minimum an extra 1 win, 2 wins. You know, you clear the division before, week 18.
Mm-hmm.
Just a weird. That offense it's so far away. It's so far away. And it's frustrating.
They gotta blow everything up.
They do, and
They gotta blow
you
everything
do
up.
kind of have to think about trading some of the guys on defense. Like, I'm not saying trade TJ Watt. I'm not saying, you think so?
They have to. They have to. I think it depends on who the coach is, but I think if they bring in offensive line, I think it depends on who the coach is, but I think if they bring in offensive line, McDaniels or something, I think it's on the table that they could. McDaniels or something, I think it's on the table that they could, and I think they should, because your defense right now is old. The Steelers' defense. Your defense right now is old. Was like Steelers' defense.
Yeah.
They turned on towards the end of the season. It was kind of average.
Yeah.
They turned on towards the end of the season. It was kind of average. They're getting older, not getting younger. So I mean, we're getting older. Like Ramsey's getting younger. So I mean, they're gonna regress next year. Like Ramsey's probably going to regress again, like he did this past season. Probably going to continue to get worse. If you can get anything, like they're just going to continue to get anything. If you can get anything, some kind of value, anything would be out because. I think it's just some kind of value. Tomlin's gone out because it needs to be a new time. And Tomlin's gone. You got to start it by just being like, okay, we got to start it by just not good enough to get over any kind of hump right now. We're not good enough to get over any kind of hump right now. And I think that starts with cutting guys like Jalen Ramsey. I think that starts trading guys like TJ Watt, guys like Jalen Ramsey, and trading guys like TJ Watt, Nick Herbig play and. Not letting snaps, Nick Herbig play the bulk of snaps. Not 100% snaps. Keanu Benton playing the bulk of snaps.
Derek Harmon's got to get on the field
more as well.
Got
to snaps. Yeah, you have to get these young guys. Derek Harmon's got the guys that you're going to draft this year. You got to get them on the field. And the guys that you're going to draft this year.
Yeah.
You know what you have with TJ Watt and Jalen Ramsey. Because you know what you have. It doesn't matter what you got with Jalen because you're not going to be good enough anytime soon. It doesn't matter what you got with them because you're not going to be good enough. Maybe are good enough to win with them and compete at any level. You maybe are going to be old to and walk up at any level. It doesn't matter. They're gonna be old.
Here's my thing. Like,
it doesn't matter anymore.
I feel like if you were going to trade TJ Watt, you should have did it last year. You should have sold as high as you possibly could. Right now, you could justify it. Like, you still absolutely could get a high-end draft pick, probably a couple high-end draft picks for TJ Watt, because he's still going to be productive to finish out his career. He's not obviously going to be breaking the sack record anytime soon, but. He can be a solid, double-digit, mid-teens sack guy on a good year if the situation is correct. Get you a good, like, I don't know. I don't know if he'd warrant a first at this point, but a couple early day 2 picks, kind of reset the cap structure of your team, of your defense specifically. I don't know where they go at head coach. I do like Flores. I think that just feels Pittsburghy. But I also think they should go. I think they should go in a new direction.
Yeah,
I don't love McDaniel. I think that's like the complete anti-Pittsburgh move.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening.
But like, I do kind of see the vision with like a Kubiak. I could maybe even see Cliff in a. If I squint my eyes, it would make more sense if they were in any position to get a quarterback. But like, you get Cliff Kingsbury, all of a sudden the Kyler trade makes so much more sense. I suppose. Oh, it's an interesting team. I think Houston's kind of the same way. I don't think they need to like destroy their offense down to the studs, but they need a guy here and there. They need another running back. I do like Woody Marks though. He had a great game against Pittsburgh. They need another guy. Probably need another tight end as well. The receiving core is going to be awesome next year. No worries about the receiving core. The offensive line got better as the season went on, but once again, you still need some interior pieces. I think they should copy the Chicago Bears blueprint. Find a tight end, whether it be in free agency or the draft. Find one. Hit on one. Make a trade for and I'm not saying you got to trade for a Joe Thuney level player, but trade for a solid foundational piece on the interior of the offensive line. You got Ariante Ursary. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do at the other tackle position. Maybe it's just Blake Fisher. I have no idea. They're not as far away as Pittsburgh, obviously, but I think there is something there with Houston. They're not that far away, and honestly, that should be terrifying because if they get the offense like back to what it was, rookie Stroud, it's not. It doesn't need to be that efficient, but if it can just be like a tier above where they are now, dude, that's the best team in the AFC for multiple years.
For sure. I think teams are very
for sure.
excited. I think teams are very excited that the
as
Texans
opposed to another young CJ Stroud just better than he is.
Right.
I think Stroud
just better than he is. The topic for
I think Stroud
just brief. The topic for a different.
I think Stroud
limits the ceiling at which that offense can play.
I think Stroud
limits the ceiling.
I think all teams in the AFC are.
So I think breathing a sigh of relief.
I think all teams in the AFC are
the team with
breathing a sigh of
relief
that
has a CJ Stroud.
The team with this level
you
of
give
defense
has a CJ Stroud.
It's the same thing with Denver.
You give they have Bo Nix. Josh Allen. They have Bo Nix. You give this team even Josh Allen or
Caleb Williams or Jordan Love or something like Caleb Williams or Jordan Love or something like.
I agree. Do you want to move on to what game do you want to talk about next? We could go literally any direction. Do you want to go?
Stay in the AFC, do those three, and then move on to the NFC.
Yeah, sure. Let's stay in the AFC. So let's go to the primetime game on Sunday. Chargers Patriots. Speaking of dog shit offenses, oh my god. LA, you have a Justin Herbert problem. This needs to get fixed ASAP because, dude, guys are open everywhere on that all-22. I didn't watch all of it. I think I watched quarters 2 through 4. Didn't watch the first quarter. Dude, it's bad. It's really bad. I think Film Watchers, referencing him again, he's the GOAT, did a video on that as well. Ladd McConkey, wide open everywhere. Quentin Johnson was creating separation. Not as much as Ladd, but there were a couple deep overs that Herbert just a few years ago would make. I'm not sure if it's just he knows the offensive line is putrid and so it's messing with his process or what, but dude, if he's going to be this quarterback that we all think he is or think he can be, dude, you eventually have to be like better than the 24th best quarterback in football in playoff games.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. I know people are going to talk about the offensive line, but
they weren't even that bad, dude.
Justin Herbert had his I believe it was the second longest time to throw. I believe it was the second longest against the Patriots time to throw. Second longest of his career.
Dude, that pass rush sucks. The Patriots pass rush is not good.
Pass rush is awful.
Yeah.
His career. The Patriots pass rush is awful.
It's Harold Landry out there, and then it's Harold Landry, and then like me and you, rushing the passer.
And it's bad. And this is the first year I've ever given into the defending of Justin Herbert. I've ever given into this game like the defending of Justin Herbert because before this game it had been otherworldly awful. Like something it had been otherworldly. That game specifically, like something I've never seen. He had all day. But that game specifically until the fourth quarter. Then at the end of the game when the game was already over,
they could just tee off. Yeah, because they're passing. So yeah.
But when the game was a game, and it was. But when the game was a game, like an actual football game was being played, and the game wasn't over yet. Like an actual football game was being played, and he had wide receivers open. He had time in the pocket, and I had wide receivers open. There's only so many times we can say, "What if?" There's only so many times we can say, "What if?" If he had, what if this happened? If he had, I'm no huge fan of Ladd McConkey because I'm no huge fan of Ladd McConkey, but he's still a fine wide receiver. Quentin Johnson is a fine wide receiver, but he's still a fine wide receiver. Quentin Johnson is a fine wide receiver. Gadsden, the rookie tight end, he gets open. The run game with Hampton, tight end, he gets open. It can do something. The run game with Hampton, Roman's gone now, but Roman's run games have always been pretty productive. Roman's gone now, but Roman's run games have always been pretty productive. He's got the pieces around him. I'm sick of saying what if. He's got the pieces around him. I'm sick of saying what if.
Yeah.
At some point, dude, you just have to do it. You just, it's not like have to do it. His weapons and stuff are failing. It's not like it. Like his weapons and stuff are failing him. Like we were talking about the Steelers game. DK dropped all these clutch passes. Like we were talking about the Steelers game. DK dropped 2 clutch passes that could change. Or AJ Brown dropped. If he kind of game, we'll probably talk about.
AJ Brown dropped in a game. 2 passes on big plays in that game. AJ Brown dropped 2 passes on big plays in that game. This isn't happening that game for the Chargers. They're catching the ball. They're getting. This isn't happening. He's just not playing. They're catching the ball. They're getting open, and it's not like this is something we can give the benefit of the doubt to. Like, oh, it's not like this is something we can give the benefit. He hasn't had a good game. Oh, he hasn't had a singular good game in his. He hasn't had a good game. He hasn't had.
I mean, this good game. This game for him is considered like fine for his playoff standards. I mean, if you compare this game to last year's playoff game in which he got bounced, I mean, this game is miles better, and he was awful. I mean, he was awful.
He has less playoff wins than Caleb Williams. He has less Caleb Williams has played one than Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has played one. He lost a game. In which the opposing through 5 in which the opposing quarterback at some point the guy has interceptions. At some point the guy has to not suck.
Yeah,
I'm not even asking for him to play just not suck. I'm not even asking for him because he doesn't need to, because he's got a great defense because of Minter. Because he doesn't need to, because he's got a great defense because of Minter. He just needs to not surrounding, and every time we get into the playoffs, it's the same thing. He just sucks, and every time we get into the playoffs, it's the same thing. He just sucks in the play.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's very weird because Drake May was good, I suppose. Like, he was fine. He had some turnovers, but like, it wasn't, he wasn't disastrous out there, I suppose. Right, and it's not like, you're playing, Drake May is going to win the MVP. You didn't get MVP Drake May. I mean, you got a fine performance. Their defense played really well. I mean, the Patriots scored 16 points. How the fuck do you get blown out when the other team scores 16 points? How does that happen? And, like, look, I get it. It's not, I understand the weapons aren't, like, amazing. They're not, you're not trotting out Jamar Chase and T. Higgins out there. I get it, but they're open. Like, straight up. The guys are open. I don't know what else you want me to say about, they're open. Herbert just has to play better. Like, straight up. If they want to win a playoff game, they're going to go as far as Justin Herbert will take them. And if he's going to consistently eke out performances like this, I mean, dude, you're not going anywhere. You're never going to win shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, and I don't want to say he's a game manager. I don't want to say he's a game manager. I watch him play, but he'll have guys open. I watch him tries to play hero ball. He'll have guys open, but he's got the hero ball.
Yeah, I don't want to believe that the arm strength just like evaporated into thin air. He's just not making the throws, and I don't know. I think it's cognitive. I think it's my offensive line is bad. The entire season, my receivers haven't been getting open. So with that already, in your mind pregame, obviously you're not going to be thinking like, let me unload this 60-yard deep over to Quentin Johnston. Like, but you watch the tape. I mean, dude, you just got to throw it, man. Like, it's there. It's going to take a perfect throw. Sure, you're Justin Herbert, man. Make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what you're saying on that, like, in the head.
Yeah, right. And that's why it's like, you can get grace the first couple times, but how many playoff games is this for him? This his third, second? Third or fourth? Okay, I want to say it was his third, but I'm honestly not quite sure.
Third or fourth?
Okay.
No, not four.
Still, man, like, no playoff wins. You've been consistently terrible in every single game you've played in the playoffs.
At least 3.
I don't know, man. You got to improve the interior of your offensive line in the offseason. I mean, you're going to have to add another running back on top of Hampton. Maybe that's Vidal. I don't know. Just a really uninspiring team. Like, would it look different if you had Slater and Alt? Yeah, obviously. But, dude, the offensive line was not the problem. And I won't harp on it anymore. As far as New England goes, I mean, they had 414 yards of offense. Like, they played a good game. Just
not in that game.
Turnovers. Ramondre Stevenson had a good game. Really good game, actually. 10 for 128 all-purpose. I mean, he was really good. Really good. 10 carries, 53 rushing yards, 128 all-purpose. Really good game from him.
He was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they played a very good game. Drake May had the 2 turnovers. Yeah, they played a very good
Chargers
game.
have a great
Drake May had the 2
I mean, I will say this: that Hunter Henry touchdown was like just a fucking brilliant throw. I mean, that was like that, and the Caleb Williams throw was like just like beautiful, absolute. Yeah, sorry about that. It's my bad. Too soon. We can move on from this game.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's much to talk about in this game. I mean, it was a dominant. It was like an ugly domination from New England.
No.
We can transition
No.
to Buffalo,
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
It went about is what I expected.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't really have
went
much
about
to
as
take
what-
away
what
from
I
this game
expected.
other than the team with the better quarterback won, and that's what it looked like. Like eye test. Trevor Lawrence was awful, and I don't even think the stat line does it justice. He was 18 of 30, 207, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He was worse than what that stat line shows. He could have had probably 4 interceptions, and I don't think Liam Cohen called a good game at all. I think they should have ran the ball way more than they did. I know he only threw it 30 times, but his number needs to hover around 22, 23, 24 passing attempts. And you need to be feeding you need to be feeding Etienne. You need to be feeding Tootin. Tootin's got juice, man. He can play. He can really play. And he has basically a drive in which he created a touchdown all by himself, and then we just don't see him again. Completely wiped off the map. That's where I go to Cohen, and I'm just like, it's an experience thing. He's just got to coach in more playoff games. That's all that it is to me.
I don't understand. Yeah. Yeah, he got a little cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence has been playing good football.
got a
little cute. You're playing against
Trevor
one of the
Lawrence
worst
has
run
been playing good
defenses
football,
in the
but it's like
sport, and you're playing against one of the worst run defenses
Yeah.
in the sport, and you're playing against
have a good rushing
offense
offense
in the sport.
Yeah.
Lawrence has been better, but have a good.
I mean,
rushing
dude,
offense.
I
Trevor
shall-
Lawrence has been better.
He had 4 carries for
Trevor
51
Lawrence,
yards,
because when you did
and
run
I
the
think
ball,
3 of the big runs came on one drive.
He did run
Never
the
saw
ball.
him again.
It worked.
Never saw him again.
Tootin was gashing him. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
ETN
I have a question
also
for
has,
you.
had a good game when he
Is
was given
Parker
the ball.
Washington the
ETN
best
also
receiver on that
had a
team?
good game when he was given the ball. Just run the ball.
Like,
I mean,
just like best receiver on that team. I think so too. I think so too. I don't want to be like, because
yes.
I don't want to do like one season sample. I get it. He had a
Yeah,
great
he
year
is.
this year. Brian Thomas had a great year last year.
Yeah, he is.
I kind of just see a dog with Parker Washington. Like, he's awesome, dude. He's awesome.
He's always open.
Yeah.
He catches everything. He's good after the catch. I mean, he catches everything.
I always liked him. I liked him coming out of college. I always liked him. I liked him coming out of
whenever
college.
he was given a chance when like someone was. I thought he whenever he was given a chance when like someone before Cohen got there. Like I was
even
like
with
Trevor Lawrence being on the field before Cohen got there. Like I was like, is good. Every time he's on the field, I don't understand why he doesn't get on the field more. Is good. And then it took a couple. I don't understand why he doesn't get on the field more. Hunter getting hurt. It took a couple injuries. It took Travis Hunter getting hurt. It took Gabe Davis being gone. Why? What? And is he doing it on the field? It's like. Why you're not putting him on the field? Is he doing at practice? That you're not putting him on the field having before this? Like
Blackmailing him.
A relationship
Yeah.
with Liam Cohen's wife? Like what is going on? Every time he steps foot on the field, like, what is going
Yeah,
on?
Brian,
Like,
BTJ is
BTJ
is just like straight up a jag at this. Well, I don't want to say that because injuries this year, like
a month and a half. Like
I'm gonna chalk it up to a sophomore slump. We'll see if he can get back to what he was last year, next year. But dude, you need to build your offense around, we're gonna run the shit out of the ball with these 2 running backs in Tootin and Etienne, and we're going to run play action off of that offense. Very Lions-esque, and honestly, very like that's what Cohen did with Tampa Bay. That's why I'm kind of surprised that they went away from it so quickly, because, dude, they were gashing Buffalo. Not just running the ball, but, like, screen passes, slip passes, like, just shit that makes, shit that makes the defense not have to cover downfield, makes them get in tackling lanes, put corners in the run fits, like Cole Bishop having a phenomenal season. I mean, he's one of the best safeties in all of football this year. You want to get him in the run fit. You want to squeeze these safeties into the run fit. You want to squeeze Maxwell Hairston, Trey White into the run fit, and they went away from it, and that's why they lost. Oh, and dude, completely unrelated, but that fourth down where Trevor
agree
Lawrence
100%.
dove
And
and his
I
fucking
agree
shin
100%.
grazed the ground.
And
Like, as soon as that happened, in my mind, I was like, Buffalo's just going to win this game. If Trevor Lawrence is going to do shit like this, they're just going to win the game.
yeah,
I did too. So
I don't know. I picked the Jags. It's unfortunate. I picked the Jags.
Yeah.
I picked the Jags. And it's unfortunate. I picked the Jags to make the Super Bowl because I just think they have the best team in the AFC. I still do. I think it was because I just think they have the best team in the AFC. I still do. I think it was straight up a coaching experience in the playoffs. And I think just straight up the better quarterback in the playoffs.
yeah,
not all the time. Better quarterback, like where the better quarterback doesn't always. Not all the time. But if you have the better quarterback,
and it really did show like
if you have a better quarterback,
how many minutes about like
really does not matter about the rest of the
time to
roster.
win the
If you have a
game.
better
Josh
quarterback, you have
Allen
a
put the
chance to win
cape
the
on,
game.
and he did it like with ease. Went downfield with ease, and like I said, it's the better quarterback won the game, and it was very obvious that was like because they didn't run the ball for shit. 15 for 46 for James Cook. Like the matchup went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Jacksonville's going to shut down the run. They're not going to do anything like passing the ball. I mean, dude, Shakir had 12 targets for 82 yards. How's that even possible? A dot of at fucking 3, 2.
I'm pretty sure he caught all 12 targets too. If that, yeah, I mean, they did. If that, I mean, they weren't gonna beat him deep because the Bills don't have a deep. I mean, they weren't gonna beat him deep.
I'm kind of terrified of Buffalo just being the George Pickens team because if they do get George Pickens, I kind of just don't know what you can do. It's kind of just like you hope they fuck up and you can win.
No, you're not. Pretty much because you give Josh Allen a George Pickens that lets pretty much because you give Josh Allen 2 or a George Pickens that lets Kincaid be a 2 or a 3 like he should be. That lets Kincaid be linebackers, nickels over the middle and just do whatever the hell he wants to do with them over the middle and just do whatever the hell he wants. Taking another guy out of the box on a good chunk.
No, I don't think so either.
Another guy out of the box on a good chunk of plays.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Alec Pierce, Romeo Dobbs. I haven't really dug too deep into free agency. I know those are the two.
They're going to go get Alec Pierce or Romeo Dobbs. Because I think they're going to want to save some money.
I don't know if he's too high above Pierce. Pierce is awesome, man.
I think they're going to try to tier some money.
Yeah, he's not George Pickens, but he's a great player
at wide receiver. Pierce is really good, but he's not George Pickens. Pierce is really good, but he's
it is. The pass rush is bad.
They're going to try and save some money and
interior D line is terrible. I mean,
it's
just bad. It's just bad. The linebackers. Shaq Thompson did have a nice play, and he's had a nice season for them.
It's bad, yeah.
You probably need a new. I mean, you definitely need a new Mike backer. Probably could use an additional weak side linebacker.
Matt Milano's good when he's there.
Yeah. I mean, you need another edge that can do anything. I like Greg Rousseau as much as the next guy, but he's kind of I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, but that's kind of what he is. He's right. Exactly. Like in this game, shout out Brandon Cooks. He had 3 for 58. So
he needs to be your second edge.
He needs
to be your second.
He spawned in,
he needs to be your
but
second edge.
Yeah, no, I mean. Not much to take away from this game either. I feel like Jacksonville got outcoached, which is like getting outcoached by McDermott is that's hard. That's tough to do. Yeah, fairs. That's fairs. But I don't think Joe Brady did anything special. It's just like when you have Josh Allen, it's you're gonna like this is why Joe Brady's getting head coaching opportunities or interviews. Is, hey, look at their offense, and it's all solely like Josh Allen, James Cook, and Josh Allen put on the cape, won him a playoff game, and I'm gonna have a hard time picking Denver in that matchup. Like I'm just being real. Like I'm probably gonna pick Buffalo, and then I'm probably picking Houston to beat New England. So like it's really fun game. Probably one of my favorite games of the weekend, at least on the AFC side. We can move on to the. Oh, was that the last AFC game? Yeah, that was the last. Okay, so we can move on to San Francisco,
Yeah,
Philly.
that was the last one. So we're on to the.
Let's talk about that.
NFC
Do you
now.
have any?
Yeah, that was the last one. So we're
What
on
do you
to
think
the
Philly
NFC
should
now.
do? What's like the direction
yeah.
for Philly? Because they can't move. They can't move AJ Brown. He has $46 million in dead cap. He's not going anywhere.
So I mean,
Hmm.
no. So I mean,
There's
he's
just no
not going
way.
anywhere.
Like
I'd
you'd
like
have to
people
take
want
on. You'd have to
say
take
that
on.
He's not going
if they
anywhere.
could,
yeah,
get off
there's
him,
just no
that'd be
way.
nice say they can't. I mean, if they
Um,
could
no,
get off
it
him,
just-
that'd be nice, but they can't. No,
Yeah.
no, you can't do it. So, I mean, Kevin Patullo,
you can't do it.
So
is going to be gone.
I mean, Kevin Patullo,
If it were up to
me,
is going to be gone.
and I feel like a
If
lot
it were
of
up to me,
Eagles fans would echo this. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
I see the. I could see the argument of though, like,
Sirianni would be gone.
if you just,
Horrible
you
guy.
know,
I don't care what anyone
bank,
says.
you know,
He's
spend,
a horrible
you know, you
head
get a
coach.
Mike
Makes
McDaniel at
horrible-
OC, you know, you get another, you know, revamp the defense. Like, I could see the argument for keeping him because when he is surrounded by elite coordinators, they obviously won the Super Bowl. Kellen Moore at OC, like, yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, you probably should just like, what's the purpose in keeping
Kellen Moore
him?
may as well have been the head coach. Yeah, Kellen
It's
Moore
like-
may as well have been the head
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
Because like, see,
Mm-hmm. We've talked about CEO head coaches on this pod before.
We've talked
and
about
he's
CEO
the worst
head coach
one.
Even Campbell
because
called play this.
If you're a
before.
CEO
And
head
he's
coach,
the worst one
Tomlin,
because
Harbaugh,
if you're a
Campbell,
CEO head coach,
He does.
You have
He
to
does
make
that
Harbaugh.
every
One,
other
you have
year.
to hire
Yeah,
you have to
competent
make
coordinators.
one. You have to hire
he's due.
Sirianni
competent coordinators
every other
Which-
year. So Sirianni,
That's the first thing.
every
He has a
other
horrible-
year. So you
like
that's
the
the
biggest
thing. He has a
joke on the
horrible-
internet.
like,
every other year.
like the
And
biggest joke on
secondly,
the internet.
you have to
every
make
other
good
year.
decisions.
And
you have to know when
secondly,
to go for it on.
you have to
fourth
make
down.
good
You have
decisions.
to- you have to know when to go for it on
Like
fourth
you
down.
have to know when to
to
challenge things. You have to know
No.
when
like
to.
you have to know when
like,
to
you just have
challenge
to
things.
make
You have to know when
competent
to
decisions.
Like you just
He
have
doesn't
to
do
make,
that.
We talked about his
Competent
decision against
decisions.
Green Bay. It
He
didn't
doesn't do that.
ultimately affect them.
We talked
but
about
he
his
still
decision
made the
against Green
decision
Bay. It didn't
anyways.
ultimately affect
And
them,
it-
but he still made
whatever.
the decision.
And then thirdly,
anyways.
and
The
you have to
best
be a
player
leader
on that
of the locker room.
offense
And
fucking
coach,
hates
and
him.
you
Well,
have to be a leader of the locker
yeah.
room.
You
want
can't
to
be a
die
CEO
AJ
for
Brown,
you.
hey, whatever,
not
yeah.
have the locker room want to die for you, like or be
Yeah,
willing
exactly.
to die for you. Not that, yeah, whatever. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
I get what you mean.
And-
Not that, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I get what you mean though. I get what you mean.
You have to have
Mhm.
all three of
If-
these things to be a competent CEO.
You have to
He
have
has
none.
all three
Yeah.
of these
He has
things to be a
0
competent
out of
CEO.
3. He has none.
You can't even.
He has
No,
0
dude,
out of
he
3.
lost
the
the
locker
locker room. That is
You can't
bro,
even- the
they
number
did
one-
this
he
exact
lost the locker
same
room.
song and dance
That is
2 years
number
ago.
one
Can't do that.
thing you
Because
can't
They
do.
did the
You don't
same
have the
shit.
locker room when you
He
have.
lost the
You can't
locker
do that.
room. They
Because you don't have the
flamed
locker
out
room
at
when
the
you
end of the
have.
season. They lose in the playoffs embarrassingly to, what was it, the Bucks, I believe, Baker? Lose to the Bucks. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl last year. Jalen Hurts was really good in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why not just get an offensive-minded head coach? Because at least then you can craft an offense around
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts instead of just being like, okay, we have the OC for a year and then he's going to leave. Like, hire a head coach. I don't give a shit if it's McDaniel. I don't give a shit if it's Kubiak. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Hire an offensive-minded head coach. The defense has talent everywhere, man. I mean, you had 2 first-team All-Pros in your secondary. I know Quinyon Mitchell got fucking toasted in the San Francisco game. At least he did early on. But you have 2 All-Pro corners. You know, like, you got a really good defensive line. Like, linebackers, you got Zach Bond and Jahad Camp. Like, linebackers are good.
Yeah.
The defense is there. You need that. You are spending way too much money on that offense for it to look as dreadful as it is. You have way too many stars.
It literally is so easy. It's
I
so
think
easy.
you would make
Just
more
go
sense in
literally
Philly.
so easy.
Kubiak.
It's
I know
so
you're not
easy.
as big a
Just
fan
go
of Brady
Yeah.
as I am, or Joe
Kubiak.
Brady. I know you're not
And
as big a fan of
That's
Brady.
why I
One
like
game, or Joe
McDaniel,
Brady.
and I
Fix the
do
run
like
game.
Brady for
Fix the run
Philly
game.
specifically
Jalen
because
Hurts needs the run game.
if you got
Jalen
Saquon
Hurts-
and then you signed,
Jalen Hurts needs the run game.
you know,
Jalen
whatever
Hurts-
tertiary third down running back
no, that's
that
fair.
you know is good at football, like that's
Yeah,
an
no, that's
offense he
fair.
can work with. You know, that's very similar to what he would run in Buffalo. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Worst
would be
tight
the
ends
same
too, I
offense
suppose.
except you just have better.
Yeah,
wide
whatever.
receivers,
it would be the
worse
same
quarterbacks.
offense except you just have better
and-
wide receivers,
I-
worse quarterbacks.
Yeah, but what?
And I'm not a huge Hurts
yeah, but
guy. I don't
I'm
think
not-
he's all that.
I'm not
but
a
if you
huge
give him
Hurts
a run
guy.
game.
I
I
don't
And
think
think
we've
he's
seen
all
it.
that. If you give
We've
him a
seen
run
it.
game
Like
that
he's
has
won a
more-
Super
he can
Bowl
do
and he was
stuff in
incredible.
play and 8 yards per carry.
I mean, we've seen
Yeah,
it two
he can-
it was his
separate
best
playoff
game of his
runs.
career in these
I
Super
mean, we've
Bowls.
seen
So
it
like
in
we've
two
seen it
separate
happen.
playoff runs. Yeah, and he played really well in every game.
And he played really
Yeah,
well.
he was awesome in that game too.
And then 2 years before that, when he made the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs, he had a great playoff run that run. When he made the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs, he had a great playoff run that run.
Yeah, viable. You can win a Super Bowl with him. You can win a Super Bowl with him.
Great quarterback, good enough. He's good enough with that defense and those weapons. Good enough. Yeah, he's good enough with that defense and those weapons.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about. I just hate Philly so much. Like, I hate the way they run their organization as far as like how they handle the coaching staff. I mean,
that's all I got.
I love Howie as much as the next guy. I think he is a good drafter. I don't think he's like God, like some people make him out to be. But it's just Philly. Something about Philly. They're just so unlikable. I genuinely couldn't. I can't pinpoint why, but something about like that coaching staff, the way they handle themselves. Like I pray on their downfall every single season, and typically I'm right. So as far as San Francisco goes, I mean,
I can't.
Christian McCaffrey still can't run the football, but he's a really good all-purpose running back. 114 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Losing George Kittle is just like the perfect just everything from this season put into one. George Kittle popping his Achilles. It's brutal, man. I don't like. How much longer can they get away with this, man? Seriously.
Until Robert Saleh drops dead on the field, that dude is Robert Saleh drops dead on the field. That dude is a wizard. That dude, he lost his 2 best edge rushers.
Yeah. I'm about to say he got activated off IR the other day, so I'm actually curious.
Two best linebackers.
Yeah, if they win, I 100% expect to see him in the NFC Championship game.
I feel like if they win, he'll be in the NFC Championship. I agree, and they've lost pieces in their secondary. I mean, they've one of their best pieces
shout out
of secondary players right now. One of their best, if not their best, defensive players right now.
Oh, dude, he's earned another shot at being a head coach.
Playing like,
he's good.
He's got these dudes playing like average football. Is an absolute miracle. Is an absolute miracle. I'm not a fan of defensive-minded head coaches. I'm not a fan of defensive-minded decision coaches. I don't think this year specifically I'm all for most of the time because I think with Flores this year specifically I'm all for Flores because
I do like Minter a lot.
That's fine. And I think Minter's fine. That's fine. I think Minter's fine. I think Minter's fine. If a team wants to go make Minter head coach, I get it. If a team wants to go make Minter head coach, I get it.
If there was an award for like assistant coach of the year or like play caller of the year, he's like top of the list. As far as defensive guys, I don't think there's a close second.
Yeah.
As far as just like what he did with how little he had. And I would put Minter in the same category because that defense, like on paper, isn't supposed to be good either.
It'd be him.
So, same kind of tier, same level, I suppose. Saul was awesome. Also, shout out DeMarcus Robinson, 6 for 111 and a touchdown out of fucking left field, like for no reason at all. Chiefs legend. Dude, it works. You just need one guy outside of Christian McCaffrey who's gonna have 100 scrimmage yards every single game. You just need one of DeMarcus Robinson or Jawan Jennings to just do anything, and typically that's enough to win. Like with the way Saleh's coaching the defense, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like it's a brutal matchup against Seattle. I don't know how they're gonna fare, but
in the way.
Oh yeah,
they'll probably lose. They should lose.
Yeah, 100%.
They'll probably lose.
There's no way a team. Like, he'll probably be like one of the last head coaches hired, just because I do think the offensive guys are going to go ahead of him. Like, honestly, it probably will be like the offensive guys, and then like Saleh's right there, Minter's right there.
But Flores will go ahead of him. But I think if Saleh makes the NFC Championship, I think if Saleh makes the 3 defensive minds NFC Championship, there will be 3 defensive minds in which more than likely at least 2 of them will be.
I enjoy watching San Francisco. The Shanahan offense is just so fun, even when it's like.
But that's a story for another time.
Right, exactly. Like Brock Purdy wasn't phenomenal, but he made some good plays. Like I'm kind of the opinion that I think I'm a little higher on in consensus than on Brock Purdy. I think he's a fine player. I think he's a fine quarterback. I think he's good. I think he's better than some of the guys that get ranked ahead of him. Typically, like I think he's better than Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I think he's better than I don't want to say he's better than Stroud because I don't think he is, but he's a better commander of the offense, which I do think brings value.
Thrower of the football, but he's a better processor. He's not a better thrower of the football, but he's a better processor.
Oh, dude, his pocket movement's horrible.
Because Stroud straight up panics. Like if his first read's not there, like I was saying this after his rookie year. Like if his first read's not there, like I was saying this after his rookie year. I was saying this after his rookie year, like when he was lighting it up, like for 400 something yards. Had that big game against Tampa Bay where he threw like for 400 something yards. If his first read is not there, nothing happens. He can't. If his first read is not there, nothing happens. Like there's plays here and there where he'll look. Like there's plays here and there right away. Nico's not open. He'll come down at Nico right away. Like he's not open. They'll come down and he'll check out the field. Like he's not going through progression.
The pocket movement, like the matchup between Justin Herbert and C.J. Stroud for like the pocket movement is so bad, dude. Like those two specifically are like, at least like this past weekend. Obviously, you couldn't like. Houston won, whatever, does not take away from how bad Stroud was in the pocket. Just completely panicking at any sign of pressure. Or if the pocket's clean and Nico isn't immediately open, it's like, well, fuck, what do I do now? Like, every time. Which is frustrating because I don't think Higgins is like wide open all the time. I don't think Noel is like wide open all the time. Shout out Christian Kirk, by the way. I don't think Christian Kirk is wide open all the time, but like you can hit these guys are open enough to where you don't have to look like a fucking flailing baby in the pocket every play.
Yeah, and it sucks. And it sucks so bad. Yeah, and it sucks because if he was even an
100%.
And like had if he was even an average processor and like had average feel in the pocket.
Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, all push, literally, don't address anything else. You get a center, get a left and right guard. I'm not actually. I'd have to look at their where their center, left guard, right guard stacks up among the league. But like, fix the interior, get another tackle. I don't know who it is. Like, is there a world where you can swing a Linderbaum trade? I would love it. I don't know if Baltimore would trade within the AFC, especially to another contender, quote unquote, but. Something like that, just like something along those lines. Like get a guy on the interior. But we already talked about Houston, so we don't got to keep going on them. Do you have any other thoughts on? Okay, we can move on to. We can finish with Green Bay, Chicago because I feel like we can get through Carolina, LA pretty quickly. Really good season for Carolina. I mean, like I thought they were going to be a breakout team. They still surprised me. Like. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs. I expected them to compete for the division, which they did. I didn't expect them to win it. They won it. I mean, 8-9, but they won it. Good season. Like, I guess you got to give Bryce Young another year. There's, he played his way into it. I think Dave Canales had moments this year where he was just a brutal head coach to have as a young quarterback. Just absolutely no confidence in Bryce Young, which like fair, but also. Bryce Young has shown enough flashes to where, like, he can do stuff, man. Like, he can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is I mean, they made the playoffs, so I guess I can't say this was like a feel it out. I mean, they made the playoffs, so I guess I can't say this was like a feel it out year because you knew you weren't doing anything to play for because they made the playoffs, but fell your way. You knew you weren't doing anything feel it out year. I just wish fell your way in there. This was a feel it out year. I just wish take over more. I mean, I watched it firsthand. Just take over more. Carolina games. I mean, I watched it firsthand. Green Bay, Carolina games. Just kind of a. Nothing going on game. As soon as they take the ball out of Rico Dowdle's hands, going on game. As soon as they take the ball out of Rico Dowdle's hands and walks right down Bryce Young. Bryce Young just puts up a touchdown, walks right down the field, scores, and then Bryce walks up right down the field and puts him in. Green Bay goes and scores, and then Bryce walks right down the field and puts him in.
How high does Jalen Coker go in a redraft? UDFA, by the way, undrafted free agent, was not. I did not grade him as an undrafted free agent. I had him as a day 2 pick. He went UDFA, Holy Cross, literal nothing school, so I get it. But dude, he is nice. A legitimate wide receiver too, like a good wide receiver too. Tet, Tet and Coker are a like absolute perfect complement to each other. Could not be better.
Very good.
Could not be better.
He's good.
The run game with Carolina is iffy. I do think Chuba Hubbard's a better running back than Rico Dowdle, and it's gonna show. Like they're probably just gonna roll with Jonathan Brooks next year, I'd assume. You took him in the second round, not even 3 years ago. So like, you got to give him a chance. What was that?
They should early second half.
Yeah.
I think they just need to add a third. Just add I think they just need to add a third guy. You got Chuba and Brooks.
There's other things they need to address. They do need to add another receiver. Like, you can't have Jimmy Horn on the field in a playoff game. Sorry, you can't. But like, I'm not saying you got to go sign Alec Pierce or but if you could swing a Romeo Doubs, I think that would make a lot of sense. You think so? Yeah, probably. But Carolina has the money, though, is the thing. Like, they kind of.
I think he's gonna be
Go
too
ahead.
expensive.
No, you're good. You're good.
But I mean, I guess he's gonna be too expensive. Yeah, and I guess if sorry, go ahead. Yeah, and
right.
If they get a Romeo Doubs, like Tet and Coker,
they picked up the fifth-year option on Bryce Young, which is what I thought they should do because once again, we still don't know what the fuck he is. You need that fifth year to kind of be like, all right, and typically when you don't want to be accepting the fifth-year option on a quarterback. You never do. You want to be able to extend them before that, obviously. But I think you kind of luck out because, like, hey, if Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback, you're going to get him. You're not going to get him on a super max. You're not going to get him on like a crazy, Patrick Mahomes deal or nothing. You'll get him on a discount. He'll be a good player. It allows you to spend money at other places, and I don't know if that's. I kind of want them, and I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Yep. I kind of would love for them to sign Chig Okonkwo out of Tennessee if they let him go. I think that would just be a perfect, like, Chig Okonkwo, Tetaroa McMillan, Jalen Coker, just size everywhere on the field.
Oh, yeah, that would make it
just be a big body, like, run it down your throat team with Chuba Hubbard, play action off the run, a lot of, intermediate, over-the-middle possession catches. That fits what Bryce Young wants to do. It fits what he's good at. I think Carolina has a super bright future. I really do. There's spots on the defense you got to improve, no doubt. Like pass rush has to get better. You got to get a linebacker, literally anybody on earth.
You got to get pass rush.
Like you got to get actual human beings on there.
You got to get human beings. You got to get human beings.
Really?
A Quay
think
Walker
so?
Over to Carolina would make a lot of sense. A Quay Walker over to Carolina would make a lot of sense because I think he's going to be going this year.
I don't know.
Which they should.
I'm kind of torn on it.
I don't know
because they're going to pay
torn on it
when that has to happen. Because they're going
to
pay
I'd agree.
when that has to happen. Would be stupid.
Yeah. Shout out Mike Jackson. Probably had the best game of his entire career against LA. Yeah, he's a good player. I don't know if he's a free agent or not, but he's 29 years old. Like you could absolutely justify bringing him back on a 1, 2, 3 year deal. Front or backload it, whatever. Just get him back. He's a good player. Good compliment to J.C. Horn. As far as LA goes, I mean, it's the whole Stafford experience. Like there's a turnover here and there. But then also he's just one of the best quarterbacks who's ever played the game. And it's never been more apparent at his age and what he's doing with really no run game. Like, I know Kyron had a fine game. Blake Corum. I do like Blake Corum a good bit. He's a good player. But not like some super-duper dominant run game. Stafford and Puka is just like... It's just one of those duos, man, we're gonna talk about for a long time. Like, years and years. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's insane. It doesn't matter where the ball is placed. They have a telepathic connection. It's honestly just like football art watching Stafford and Puka. Yeah, I mean, Puka's incredible. I mean, he's, for what it's worth, I don't think he's actually the best wide receiver in football. I think he's the second best wide receiver in football. But I will absolutely hear out an argument for him over Jamar. Or JJ, whoever you have. Yeah, and I don't think there's one that's like clearly above the other. So you can kind of, I know we've talked about this before, but you can, mix and match. Depends on preference, and like you might be able to throw JSN in there as well. Although I think he is more a product of just targets. He's getting the ball.
Yeah, exactly what.
Right, exactly, and maybe he can be like if he repeats what he did this season, next season, then we have to have the conversation.
On that level. Yeah, great player, but I don't think he's on that level.
Right. As far as
then you just have
LA goes defensively,
then you
got a good game out of Braden Fiske. I feel like it's kind of hard to pick apart the Rams defense because it's been the same story all year. Like the pass rush, good hoops. Secondary, not so much. So we'll see. Right, they play Chicago. Man, that game's gonna be fun.
You have games where you just get it picked apart. Yeah. You have games where
I
you
agree.
just get it picked
In
apart.
Chicago too. I'm
game.
probably gonna pick Chicago in that game.
That'll be a
That's
fun
crazy.
game. I think it'll be high scoring. Please, LA.
Fairs, I'm kind of like
I hate the Bears.
pilled on the home field advantage and plus an LA team coming to Chicago. Like I feel like they could get off to a slow start and Chicago might not look back. So, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know. The Bears.
They forget that football is being played until like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and they're like, "All right, watch us score 21 straight unanswered in the span of 3 minutes." Which, speaking of, do you want to transition to the final game?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I've been waiting.
Yeah, we can transition to that. Okay. First things first. We can transition to that. Okay. Congratulations to the Bears. Congratulations to the Bears. Congratulations to the Bears. Congratulations to the Bears. Great.
Oh my God,
when you
amazing.
needed to.
It's fucking awesome.
Played well when you needed to. One of the greatest throws I've ever seen in my entire life, and I wanted to gouge
One of the
my eyes
greatest
out.
throws I've ever seen.
Because I knew as soon as he let that ball go, what was going on. Because I knew as soon as he let that ball go, what was going on. 4th and 8 had a dude in his face immediately. 4th and 8 had a dude in his face, and he immediately. Step back, like watching a bat, he hit a step back like he was in a basketball game. Like watching a bat, throws it off his back foot like he was in a basketball 55
game.
Yards
rolling out to his left,
his back foot, in between 5 yards down, in between the numbers, in between like 5 defenders. In between the numbers, in between like 5 defenders. There's 2 wide receivers.
I watch him, and it's because I've watched this quarterback my entire life. It's just mini Mahomes. Like that's just straight up what he is. I think. Either mini Mahomes or like mini Rodgers, although I think he's more Mahomes than Rodgers because I think Rodgers has always been better in structure than Mahomes ever was. Yeah, like a little bit more unorthodox, out of structure. Although the in structure stuff with Caleb is still a problem. Like the layup misses are bad. Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, the scripted drives.
It's really bad. That's why they start so slow. It's really because like the scheduled stuff. That's why they start so slow. Your first because like the scheduled stuff. You can't do it yet. Schedule your first 2 drives. I mean, it's pretty clear to see. It's like every game, and other than the Niners game, clear to see. It's like all 3 games against the Packers. It was other than the Niners couldn't do anything in the first half. All 3 games against the Packers. As soon as like the fourth quarter comes around in the first half, I'm just gonna pull some bullshit. As soon as like the fourth quarter comes around, it's like player that I'm just gonna pull some bullshit now. I'm just gonna fair enough. 25 points in the fourth quarter. You played when it. I mean, fair enough.
Is he tight end 3 next year? Behind McBride and Bowers?
Is just probably. He's the 3rd or 4th best tight end in football.
Oh, and sorry. Tight end 4. Yeah, 100%.
I'm biased, so I want to say that him and Kraft are. I'm biased, so I want to say that him and Kraft are like. But like, because I think Kraft even argue unbelievable. But like someone better than him.
I don't even know. Like then you start to get into the conversation of like Kincaid, healthy. I don't know. Like who do you even? Like, it's not even close. The gap between like the top 4.
Kincaid's Warren.
Yeah. Laporta's up there.
Kincaid's Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I guess Laporta.
It's
maybe,
like,
but I mean. I guess Laporta maybe.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, Loveland's just awesome. So much better than Laporta.
Yeah, no, he's so good.
Loveland's just awesome, and I was so skeptical. He is goal of that pick, and he is so he is good. We had to put Xavier. This was a big part of the game.
Your coverage
We had to put Xavier McKinney in the game that like because we couldn't generate. We had to put Xavier McKinney in rush, so we had to start blitzing. We couldn't generate pressure. We were running man to man,
which is crazy because
we were running man to man. We had to put because no one else covered.
player on him because no one else could do it.
Quay Walker was getting fried.
Edgerrin Cooper was getting fried before he got hurt.
Walker was getting fried.
Edgerrin Cooper was getting fried before he got on him. They were getting fried. So we had to put McKinney on him.
You couldn't put any.
Also an awesome player. Man, Chicago's draft this year was just fucking phenomenal. Like, you got three, like Monungai, Burden, Loveland. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, it was awesome, and I hate every second of it.
It's bad, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Shout out Austin Booker, though.
Pass rush, good player.
Once they fixed their pass rush, because they need
Jordan Love carved them up. Granted, Jordan Love carved them up. Jordan Love's an awesome player, but good. Jordan Love's an awesome player, but good. Lord,
I'll shut up. I'll let you do your thing.
Wanted to get to anything in the second half. All right, and that's where I really wanted to get to. All right, this is the part.
Yeah, I'm good. My microphone.
Matt LaFleur is a genius offensive mind. Matt LaFleur designs plays genius offensive mind. He designs plays. You there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Matt LaFleur is a genius offensive mind. He designs plays as good as anybody in genius offensive mind. He designs plays as good as anybody in football, other than maybe like the scheduled stuff, and awesome every single time. Like the scheduled stuff, awesome every single time. He is the biggest pansy in the history of the National Football League. He is the biggest pansy. He is in the history of the National Football League. For lack of better words, he is the biggest pussy. For lack of better words, ever seen on a football field, whether it's a player or coach. Ever seen on a football field, whether it's a player or coach. I want him fired, and he is like. There's not a better coach available. There is not a better X's and O's coach available. There is not a better X's and O's coach available. Yeah, he would immediately be picked up. Like he would go walk into whatever team he wanted to walk onto. He would go walk into wherever whatever team he wanted to walk onto, and he would take them to the playoffs. He is an awesome mind, but he can't coach a superstar. He is an awesome mind.
I'm just now reading.
You need to go give him Sam Darnold. You need to go give him. You need to go give him Sam Darnold. You need to go give him Aaron Rodgers. He can't coach Jordan.
What?
And he couldn't coach Aaron Rodgers because he's a pussy. Matt LaFleur, he's done it too many times for me to like not say something. He's a great mind. For me to like get away with that for so long. Like, it's like the Justin Herbert thing. You can only get away with that for so long. It's like the Justin Herbert thing, but like of coaches. And it was worse with Rodgers because with Rodgers you had an MVP. It was worse with Rodgers because with Rodgers you had an MVP. Rodgers was an MVP. When you get any kind of lead, you're taking the ball out of his hands. When you get any kind of lead, I want to chew clock. You're taking the ball out of his hands. Quarterback. I want to chew clock. You know how you chew clock? And he throws for like 9 yards. 70% of his passes. That's how you chew clock. And he throws for like 9 yards. Complete passes. That's how you chew clock. You complete passes, you get first downs. And you keep scoring, and guess what? You win the game. You get first downs. And you keep scoring, and guess what? You win the game. We ran the ball. I think it was like we ran the ball times in the second half, something like that. 15 times. Guess how many runs?
I know Brooks had a
for
few.
More than a singular. Guess how many runs went for more than a singular? For more than 1 yard out of like 15 carries.
I'm gonna say
how many went for more than 1 yard? More than one.
One run.
More than just in the second half. Sorry, just in the second half.
Okay, but like, how much of that is
just in the second half? Sorry,
just the offensive line having zero ability to move anybody.
We had one run that went for more than 1 yard and it went for 4 yards. We had one run that went for more than 1 yard and it went for 4 yards.
Right.
Yeah, it is, and so. Yeah, it is, and it's been that way all year. It's been that way. So this is the worst offensive line. It's been that way all year. It's been that way. But when you've seen that line that Matt LaFleur's had in Green Bay, but when you've seen that for what would it have been? They would have been. Why do you think a zone run scheme in the second half when you haven't been doing it? Why do you think a zone run scheme in the second half when you haven't been doing it in the first half is going to work? On nothing, you put up 21 points in 3 drives in the first half. Letting Jordan Love let his nuts pin pulls and letting so you come in the second. Let his nuts. This is how bad it is. This is how unbelievably awful it is. This is how no coach in the NFL. This is how unbelievably awful it is that no coach in the NFL respects Matt LaFleur. You want to know what the Bears did? He goes up as soon as the second half started. You want to know what the Bears did as soon as the second half started? Let's go. Oh, Jordan Jordan Love's try to figure out how to stop Jordan Love from lighting us up. No, they try to figure out how to stop Jordan Love from lighting us up. Defensive line sets with 2 to 3 lines. They had 7 down defensive line sets with 2 to 3 drive. They had 7 to 8 man boxes. You want to know why? Because they knew the first drive of the second half. Matt LaFleur is up by 18 points. You know what he's going to do? He's going to run, pass, punt. Is up by 18 points. You know what he's going to do? He's going to run, pass, punt. You want to know how many times he's going to run, pass, times in the second half? You want to know how many times he did it 3 times in the second half? 3 times. Ben Johnson knew it was going to happen, so he was like, just load the box. Ben Johnson knew it was going to happen, so he was like, just load the box. And when he runs it on Josh Jacobs, it's going to go zone scheme. And then on second and long, Josh Jacobs, we're going to drop back and like then on second and long, like give him nowhere to throw the ball, and like give him either going to take a check down to make it nowhere to throw the ball, and he's either going to take a check down to make it third and long, or throw an incomplete long. Now we can do whatever we want. Well, he threw an incomplete pass. Now it's third and long. Now we can do whatever we want. Score 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, on 3 passing touchdowns. Score 3 touchdowns on 3 drives. Second half, 3 passing touchdowns. The way they defend you is by trying to stop the run. Second half, and the way they defend you is by trying to stop the run. Beating the piss out of teams. That's a problem. Throwing the ball up and down the piss out of teams. You would think that they would try to stop the ball up and down the field. They knew that you were up by more than one score. They knew you were going to just run the ball. They knew that you were up by more than one score. They knew you were going to just run the ball without piss running down your leg because you're with a pansy. Without piss running down your leg because you're a pansy. He's a genius, but he is not a genius, but he because he can't. Is not meant to be a head coach. It's every game. He can't just put teams away. It's every game. He can't just it's the reason they lost to the Browns. They lost to the Browns. They were up 10 it's the reason they lost 3 minutes the Browns. Instead of letting Jordan Love they were up 10 with 3 minutes left. We're going to run. Love go set up this field goal in the game. Oh, we're going to run. The field goal got blocked in the game. Browns win. This game against the Panthers. The field goal got blocked. Browns win. Panthers game against the Panthers. We were the team that turned the Panthers defensive season around. We were the team that turned the Panthers defensive season around. We're going to watch Bryce Young carve our shit up. We're gonna just have a meltdown, carve our shit up. Instead of letting Jordan Love just walk down the field because instead of letting Jordan Love just walk down the field because that's what he's been doing all year. Why we lost? Run. Every game we lost this year. Why we lost minus the game every game we lost this year with minus the game we lost to the Bears with Malik Willis. Fortunate. Every game we lost this year, other than that one, was because Matt LaFleur. Every game we lost this year, other than that one, was because Matt LaFleur has balls are non-existent. Not a single ball anywhere. And it balls are non-existent. It's like that every year. It happened and it. And it's last year, I'm not going to say anything because the Eagles were just a better team than us last year. Last year, I'm not going to say anything because the Eagles were just a better team than us last year. But he kept it close, which was more on the defense than anything. He kept it close. The game was closer than it should have been than whatever. But the game was closer than it should have been when whatever. So they beat the Cowboys the year before, and then when they lost to the 49ers, so they beat the Cowboys up in the second half. They lost to the 49ers. They were up in the second half. Instead of trying to put up another touchdown, they ran past. Instead of trying to put up another touchdown, they worst kicker in the NFL at the time, Anders Carlson. Oh, he missed the worst kicker in the NFL. Let him go down, score a touchdown, they win the game. Oh, he missed. And then in the Rodgers era, let him go down, score a touchdown, they win the game. Against and then in the Rodgers era, and I believe it was 21 or 22. Against you go up 7-0 right away, and I believe it was 21 or 22. You go up 7-0 right away. It's the no, you have Aaron Rodgers, you have the MVP, and you have the best receiver in football. No, you have Aaron Rodgers, you have the MVP, and you have the best receiver in football. But nope, it's just nope. You can only do it so many times. I don't care how smart you are. You can only do it so many times. I don't care how smart you are. You are the biggest pansy I've ever seen. Please, for the love of God, headset in my entire life.
Literally,
please, for the love of God,
I can't mind. Goddamn.
Leave.
I do think there are some positive takeaways for Green Bay. I wanted to talk about Matthew Golden specifically, not just because he had a good game, but it's just the way it looked. Consistently winning against man coverage, and that's something that. His college tape was weird because he didn't really do anything at like a draftable level until he got to Texas. Gets to Texas, has a good season, but like really wasn't on draft boards until like the season ended. And, then shot up boards. All of a sudden he's a first round pick.
No. Yeah.
It was kind of like a crazy rise, but I'm starting to kind of like he's piecing things together. I'm starting to see the vision with him like as a man beater who can win in certain matchups. If you can find a way for him to learn how to navigate zones a little bit better, which will come with time. I mean, that's not something rookies just know how to do. I think he's going to be great, man. And I could totally see why you'd be okay being like, all right, Romeo Dobbs, go get your bag. Like, we're going to roll with Golden. We're going to roll with Reed.
Yeah.
We're going to roll. Is Watson coming back?
Oh, he's awesome. He's gone. Yeah. He's gone.
Okay, so
yeah.
It'll be like CY, it'll
I think
be
he got a
Golden,
1-year
it'll be
extension.
Reed.
Yeah,
so he's back for next year
I
for
think
sure.
he got a
That'll be the
1-year
extension.
extension, so he's back for next year for sure.
He makes the
I'd
offense
imagine
Right,
they're
yeah,
going to pay
he'll
him
mix
because
in there.
he makes the offense go.
I'm sure Green Bay will. I don't know. I think y'all should draft a receiver. Obviously not like round 1. But I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on a guy early day 2. Just try to get a different body in that room because I like Christian Watson. I like Matthew Golden. I'd kind of like to see just like a pure possession wide receiver, just to see what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. I think because I think Wicks is that. It would be. I think
pure possession wide receiver.
because I think Wicks is that. I think Wicks is a pure
his
possession
rookie
wide
year,
receiver.
he was
It's just
awesome.
weird because
his rookie year,
he was awesome.
His rookie year, he had like a 5%
he had drop
rate
issues in college,
which
but then his
was
rookie
awesome.
year
I mean,
he had
he's
like a
fries,
5%
man.
drop
He
rate,
sits in zone,
which was
good
awesome.
athlete.
He's
He's
fries,
big,
man. He
and
sits in zone.
he was catching
Good
everything.
athlete. He's big.
And then his sophomore
And
season
he was
came up,
catching
and he's
everything.
still wide open.
And then his sophomore
and all those
season
things
came
came
up,
up,
and
he's
had like
still
a
wide open,
18% drop
and
rate,
all those things. But
and then back
like
this year,
Was
he
he? Okay.
18%
I didn't
drop rate.
know he was hurt.
And then
over
back this year,
which is
it
still
dropped back down to high, but like I think
not
like
bad.
8, which
So I think
is still
he's supposed to be the
kinda
possession
high,
guy, but it's
not
just kind of
bad.
weird because
So I think
banged
he's
up all
supposed to
year.
be the possession guy, but it's just kind of weird because he was banged up all year.
That
I
isn't skinny on
really
Williams.
do like Wicks.
It hasn't all pieced
I really
together
do
there,
like
but he's
Wicks.
shown so.
Yeah,
it hasn't
I don't
all
think
pieced
you can
together.
I
warrant
do
a
want a
season
fifth
with
receiver because they're going to need a
flashes.
fifth receiver.
Christian
I do
Watson,
want a
Jaden
fifth
Reed,
receiver
and
because
Matthew
guys are gonna
Golden,
need a
and not
fifth
say
receiver
like
because you need a
we
fifth
don't
one,
need
and I
that
don't
far.
want
That's
that to
fine.
get injured and stuff. Like
Do that.
you need a fifth one, and I don't want that to be Bo Melton. With all due respect.
Where is he right now?
Yeah, no, I want another guy.
See.
I want another guy.
Nice to have Malik.
I wish we would have kept
I was
the
just
wide
getting ready to
receiver
ask you
down.
who do you
He
think
went to the
Packers
Falcons
go round 1
after
this
we
year.
let him
That's
go. He went to the
my bad.
Falcons after we
But
let him go.
yeah,
I really
not a
like
soul.
Heath, I believe.
Just
He's
a
but
good
I really
guy.
Shut
like
up,
Heath.
Micah. I don't.
Just
Here's the thing, man. Like with Green Bay,
guy, whatever. But
I texted you this after the game.
absolutely nobody.
It sucks.
Micah
It is a
Parsons.
brutal loss.
Absolutely
You should
nobody.
not have lost that game.
But
I feel
Micah
like that was more
Parsons.
you losing the game than it was Chicago
But-
winning the game. Which that's not to take away anything Chicago did. I mean, that was you scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. You deserve to win. But
No.
just get healthy, like straight up. Like
Mm-hmm.
Micah, I think he said he's targeting a week
Yeah.
3 to 4 return. So like he's not going to be
Yeah.
put on IR. Also,
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
Lucas Van
I
Ness
agree.
played a pretty good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I agree.
He's a Jag, but like he good game. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
He did. He was.
yeah,
pretty
he's
good.
he
Yeah,
can be your
and-
like
yeah.
third guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you
got.
he
He can be
You're
your. Like,
gonna need
third
another
guy.
one because you're probably
Like,
gonna
you
cut
got-
Gary.
you
Shut up,
You're gonna need
Tyrone
another
Gary,
one
but
because
he
you're
didn't
probably gonna
actually
cut
play
Gary.
good.
I did not know that was him
on-
that
I
got that
hate
pick.
Saturday.
He
He
actually
awesome.
played a good game.
Unfortunately,
Saturday
because
Sioux
he played
legend.
awesome.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
because
but
that doesn't help my hatred for
yeah,
him.
with the
but
pick. Yeah, with the
he
pick.
beefed up because I didn't realize it was him either.
Yeah.
He beefed up because I didn't realize it was him.
But yeah,
either.
I mean, Gary's gonna get cut. Elton
but
Jenkins
yeah,
is
you
gonna
pr-
get cut.
I mean,
Gary's gonna get
hopefully
cut.
Keyshawn
Elton
Nixon's
Jenkins is gonna get cut.
Save a bunch of money. Hopefully,
This-
Keyshawn
this is
Nixon's
a
gonna get
really
cut.
good
This is
free
just
agency
one
class
thing
for
cool. I don't
one
think that'll
times
happen.
for no
Like,
stats.
this is just
Like,
the
you
name.
You got DJ Jones, Daquan Jones,
John
Franklin Myers.
You got LVN.
I was gonna say Travis Jones, but Baltimore extended him.
You got LVN. You got King.
I know there's others that I'm missing. I'm blanking out on. A good year.
Yeah.
Quay Walker.
Green Bay needs one that can rush the
I love
passer.
Quay
bad.
Walker.
Green Bay
He
needs
is
one that
so
can
fun
rush
to
the
watch.
passer
really
really
bad.
bad. Like we stopped the run right
Grayson-
now.
I was about to say,
I don't
he
know
is
how
a
we
he's a
stopped the
very
run,
like
'cause
get
we're super
downhill,
small. I don't know
blow
how
up
we
screens,
stopped the
blow
run,
up
because
you know
we're
zone
super
runs.
small up front.
Mhm.
Quay Walker.
He's awesome as long as he's not covering. He's awesome as long as he's not covering
Colson Loveland.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. They need a guy that can rush the passer from the interior
Yeah.
because they need a guy that can rush the passer from the interior. But when he's healthy, he's awesome. Devontae Wyatt's been hurt his entire career. Cardell Brooks healthy, he's awesome. His miracle rookie season and is just Cardell Brooks. He's had his miracle rookie season
Not
and is
even
just
that.
kind of a.
He's not even a
Colby
Jag.
Wooden's
He's
also
not
not
even
even a
that.
Jag.
And
those guys. Colby Wooden's also not even a Jag.
I
and
wonder-
those guys
playoff
started
games, so that's a problem.
So yeah,
playoff
just
football games.
Get an interior defensive line that can rush the passer.
Yeah,
maybe add another edge.
Get an interior defensive line that can rush the passer. Maybe add another edge if you want.
For the love of God, throw Keyshawn Nixon out of the team plane. For the love of God, throw Keyshawn Nixon out of the team plane. Cut Carrington Valentine be your cornerback 3, and then you just let Carrington Valentine be your cornerback 3.
I'm more on the opinion of just I have no
every single cornerback.
What did you want? You lost the most important player on both sides.
Take 5 darts, grab them.
What are you gonna do?
Just grab them.
We should be talking about them playing in the divisional right now. We should, but we aren't because of these injuries. And I know other teams are injured and they won. It's fucking Micah Parsons. It's Tucker Kraft, man. If you took James Cook away from Buffalo, I guess this is a bad I need to find a better example than this. But okay, if you took CMC away from San Francisco, right?
Yeah, and
what would they be? I mean, that offense would be fucking nothing.
Yeah,
and into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I completely forgot
you lost your best. Actually, you lost your best 2 offensive players. You lost Jordan Love's awesome. Actually, you lost your best 2 quarterback players. Jordan Love's awesome. Tucker Kraft, a very good quarterback. Individually, are their best. Tucker Kraft and Zach Tom are their best 2 offensive players. Are their best individually, and you lost the best 2 offensive players individually, and you lost them both. So you lose those 2 guys. Jordan Love's banged up from his concussion. So you lose those 2 guys. Jordan Love's banged on one knee all year. Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs been playing on one knee all year. You lost Micah Parsons. You lost Devontae Wyatt. You lost Micah Parsons. You lost Devontae Wyatt. You missed Evan Williams for a good chunk of time.
It's just tough.
You missed Evan Williams
for a team that I think
in the middle of the game. You lost Edwin Cooper in the. You need to go in the middle of the line,
running back, wide receiver.
You need to go. You need to get healthy.
Corner, obviously.
They'll be back next year, and it'll be fine.
You can talk me into depth on the front 7 as well. It's just a to not have especially these top end draft picks. I couldn't tell you. Could tell me better how many day 2 and day 3 picks you have, but it's weird. I think you said earlier, cutting Elkton Jenkins. Are they going to cut Keyshawn Nixon? Is that gonna happen, or is that just you want that?
We'll get some compensatory. Yeah, I mean, we'll get some compensatory.
Gary, okay.
The only player on the team that I am the only players on the team that I know for a fact will get cut are Jenkins. Only players on the team that I know for a fact will get cut are Jenkins. Nixon and should Gary probably will. Nixon should. I would imagine Nate Hobbs will as well.
If you cut Josh Jacobs,
imagine Nate Hobbs will.
Well, I guess it's a good running back free agency class. So you realistically you can get a guy on a similar level. I don't know who that would. K9, Travis Etienne.
I don't think they'd go after anyone crazy. I think they would. I don't think they'd go after anyone crazy. I think
Lloyd,
they would.
The GOAT.
They'd let Emmanuel Wilson be the 2. You pray and let Emmanuel Wilson be the 2. You pray and hope that he's got more injuries and career snaps. Can't even remember his name because he's got more injuries. Marshawn Lloyd. You can hope that he can do something. Marshawn Lloyd. You can hope that he can do something. I don't think they'll cut Jacobs, but
it's a weird running back class.
I don't think they'll cut Jacobs. I don't think they will, but they might. I said I don't think they will, but they might.
Class plays a lot of money. Went back to school, or 90% of the players that I think are really, really good went back to school. I think Hollywood Smothers, Raleek Brown, shit like that. It's weird. It's gonna be super interesting to see what Green Bay does this offseason because they do need to just get healthy. That's true, but there are there's shit they need to address, and we've spent a long time talking about Green Bay. Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about them a little bit, man. Hey, man, you got a quarterback. Yeah. You got an offense, and you got a head coach.
Yeah, we got to
straight up. You might have the best head coach in football by this time. Next if he wins a ring, he's the undisputed best play caller. Not even a close.
Yeah. Yeah. Best play
you
caller.
could also probably argue Shanahan as far as play
caller. He's the best play caller. Oh, I think he already. The only thing that's questionable, I think he's got some Dan Campbell in him still. The only thing that's questionable with him, he's got some Dan Campbell in him still with decision making. Yeah, I think he's a great play caller. Going for it on I think he's a great play caller from your own 30 in the first
going
half.
For it on 4th and 5. That was unreal to me. But I was sitting watching the game. That was unreal to me. But jump, and then I was sitting watching the game. I was like, they're just trying to make him jump. And then I mean, honestly though. Wow. Honestly,
it genuinely is.
Honestly,
though,
do
process,
like
honestly,
I just want to do. I don't even care
like
at my. I don't even care if it's bad process. I don't even care. I want to do that doesn't have the tiniest bad process.
Just like how Detroit has been able to get.
I want to do that doesn't have the tiniest.
Philly has been able to get away with it for so many years.
Yeah,
it's bad process that works because of your personnel. Caleb, Monangai, Swift, Loveland, Komet, Moore, Burden, like just a fucking list of dudes. Yeah, they're in a phenomenal situation, and it's really like, dude, if they fix their pass rush, man, it's kind of like with Houston. It's like if they just fix one thing, they're situation. Like mountaintop level. You know,
they're in a great situation. I hate it.
That would be terrifying.
Oh yeah, if they get a legit if they were the Max Crosby team, they get a legit if they were the Max Crosby team.
Or I mean, if they were the Hendrickson team, I wouldn't want to. You'd have to overpay.
It would be like in the NFC next year.
Would hate it.
Max Crosby or TJ Watt.
I get the process. Like maybe it comes back to bite you. Maybe it's bad. Like when Buffalo got Von Miller a few years ago, and then he gets cut, and they have a bunch of money on dead cap, but. You take that risk because it's good process, which is what you're supposed to do.
Rookie quarterback.
Exactly. You have to. It's now. It's right now. I mean, you're in the window. You're in the window right now. And it is tough. Like
being on his rookie contract,
you get a couple years down the line, and you won't be able to pay all these guys. Like
you have
you just won't. You know, like you'll probably pay Darnell Wright.
You got to spend money.
You obviously have Joe Thuney for the remainder of his career.
You got to spend money.
It's gonna be hard to pay Loveland and Burden. We'll see what they do with Moore. It's gonna be hard to pay some of these defensive guys. They're just in a phenomenal spot, man. And I feel like with the NFC, like as much as I think LA is good, Stafford could retire this year. If they win the Super Bowl, I'd expect Stafford to retire.
Yeah, and it sucks.
You know, like San Francisco's good, and they're gonna get healthier, so they'll probably be better next year. Seattle, it's kind of tough to tell. I have to think Philly's going to get better. I just trust that. I trust that they're going to get a better coordinator.
Eagles. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure it out. But they'll figure it out. In as good of a situation as anyone in the NFC right now. In as good of a situation as anyone.
I say you could put Seattle in there too, depending on. I don't want to put them in there yet. I got to see what their offseason looks like.
The Rams, not so much just because Stafford's 9,000 years old. Not so much just because Stafford's 9,000 years old.
Yeah, if he can cook a Robert Saleh defense,
I also have to see what Sam Darnold looks like in a playoff game.
Practice squad
I also have to see what Sam Darnold
that guy has like land out Pro Bowl
level. If he goes out and plays balls out for San Fran, then I'll be bought in.
Yeah, I mean,
if he has another,
do you got any like concluding thoughts on the playoffs? I mean, it's been awesome so far. Like I've genuinely, my team's not in it, so just completely stress free, like analyzing the games. It's been like beautiful to watch. You'll get to enjoy the next couple games. I mean, you can hate watch the Bears, and if the Bears lose, then you can truly just like stress.
Yeah, I bet it would be a blast.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like.
I bet it would be a blast. Yeah.
And this is just pure Chiefs bias, just anybody but Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And I don't even hate the idea of Josh Allen winning a ring. I mean, he is the best player in football.
We're all good. All is well.
You know. He's not gonna overpass Mahomes' legacy, but him winning a ring would be cool. I think he deserves one, right? It would create even more tension within that rivalry, which I think is good for the sport. So, I don't really got anything else, or you got nothing else?
Be good for the sport.
All right, good deal. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Ball and Blitz podcast. Remember, episodes every Wednesday and Friday. We're trying to get this scheduling sorted out. A few hiccups here and there, but we're starting to get more consistent. So, once again, let us know what you want to talk about or you want us to talk about. Draft shit coming soon. I know we say that every episode, but the playoffs are happening, man. I'm not going to stop talking about football until football is over. So, thank you all for watching this podcast, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.
Exactly. I'm right there with him.